My name is Mecca Robbins, and I'm married to Sean Robbins, and I have 5 children: Cameron, Nicholas, Alex, Chance, and Reese. It's busy, and it's wonderful, and it's full. I was 27 when I had Cameron, my first baby. Of course, you have dreams of your baby being perfect. The day after she was born, they told me she had Down syndrome. And that was really, it was a big blow, really. It was completely unexpected. The way the hospital responded to that news was really devastating. They didn't send the photographer in, the baby photographer. They really treated us as if something horrible had happened instead of something joyous. After we left the hospital, I felt completely alone. I had no true north. I had nothing to rely on. I felt like it was she and I against the world. Even though I went back to work, I worked from home, so I was very much with her and just falling more and more in love with her, but I still felt very alone. I wasn't brought up in a family that had any religious teaching, but when I was pregnant with Cameron, I did pray a lot. I found the Lord's Prayer, and I'd pray the Lord's Prayer over and over. So Cameron was the one that brought me to Christ. I was sitting on the floor with her. She was in her little play gym, so she's laying on her back, and she's looking up at the little toys dangling. And I heard God speak to me, and he said, "Mecca, I love you the way you love her. She's not perfect, you're not perfect, but you're perfect to me." She showed me, and she allowed me to hear God's voice, and he told me he loved me. Cameron has so much joy. She has pure joy from the Lord. She loves to copy books, and all the books that she copies she calls them her Bibles, her God books. So we had Jesus Calling, and she copied that 15 times until the pages were falling out of the book from her, turning them so many times. She is always storing the words of God in her heart. Cameron is kind to everyone. She meets somebody and she talks to them. She always finds something unique about them. And then she'll tell you, "You're my favorite."
It's Kendall. She's my favorite.
And you are her favorite person. And that's the way God views all of us. We're his favorite people. He loves us so much.
I love Kendall so much.
I know.
Because
I
of
love
you.
too. When she was born, one of the things that I thought about holding this infant in my arms was, who's going to take her to prom? And I know that's really superficial. Cameron was homecoming queen. So when you look at her life, there's no limits. There's no limits to where your relationships can go, but you have to dig in and you have to give extra. Just knowing Cameron has demonstrated to me how much God loves me, loves her, loves you, loves all of us, because the patience that is required to parent a child with special needs, or to be a sibling to somebody with special needs, or to be a friend with somebody with special needs, I believe it's the same patience that God grants us. Everyone requires a little extra. We're all quirky, and my quirks are not the same as your quirks, they're not the same as his or hers, but we're all quirky, and we all have differences, and we all have hurts, and we all have happiness, and everyone requires a little extra.
I love Mommy so much.
I love Cameron so much.
Do you want to say about me, Mom?
I did say all about you. I did.
Like what?
Well, I told them that you brought me to Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I told them that you love the Lord.
Mhm.
I told them that you have so much joy from God.
Mhm.
I told them how you see people and that you love people.
Yeah.
You do.
Yes, I do.